Hey everybody, you can see where today's travels take us. Kingman, Arizona, and Mother Road Harley-Davidson. Yep, it's me, Lila, GMAR Rides, and thanks for coming along while I do something interesting. In this case, a cross-country trip on the Rev King. Hey everybody! Just leaving the museum at Kingman, Arizona, where I very gracefully killed my motorcycle. Hang on. I know my dyno won't start when you, sorry about that, hope y'all didn't get sick to your stomach. My dyno won't start when you, sorry, I'm also listening to directions. We are taking the back way so that I can do a little bit of a chat and record while we ride on Route 66. My buddy Pam came and hung out with me. She is a Tacomaite that has been displaced down here. She decided to run away to Kingman. She lives just over the hill, and she came up and hung out with me this morning, which was kind of fun. It's always fun to see people from home far away. Oh, look at that. Gecko. This must be the old train station. Anyway, today's target is going to be Winslow. I'm going to go stand on a corner, huh? Speed limit through here is 35. I can't remember what my train of thought was earlier. But anyway, it's deceptively cold up here when you're riding, so I decided to put all the gear on. And yeah, if I get cold, I can just push a button. So anyway, still doing 35. And there was a guy on top of this building earlier, dressed up like Gandalf, and he waved at me. It was kind of fun. So yeah, we're going to follow this out of town and out into the hills. It's been a cute little town, definitely touristy. Definitely Kingman leans into the whole Route 66 thing. I did stop and see the museum, like I told you, and Pam and I wandered through for a while. It's only about a half an hour's worth of stuff to look at, in my opinion. I'm sure there will be a lot more museums up the road, but I follow a guy called Through My Lens, and he says that you can't really stop at every one of them or you'll never make any progress, which I think is probably pretty true. But also earlier this morning I did run into the Mother Road Harley-Davidson dealership, where they very kindly checked my tires and aired up the front for me. I was concerned I had a leak, and since I have that guarantee thing, they checked my tires and said no leaks, they're fine. And the tread's all looking pretty good too, so that's still good. But the front tire was a little low, so they went ahead and aired that up for me. They also conferred with me on oil checking. I do have enough oil. I thought it was using a disconcerting amount. It is not. One of the ladies said that these new engines use crazy amounts of oil when you're traveling. I don't understand why. Maybe it's because of the highway speeds and such. I don't know. But anyway, it's me, Lila, GMAR Rides. I'm out doing something interesting, and I'm taking you with me. In this case, ultimately, we are headed for Alabama. And on the way, we're going to stop by and pick up Rainy Rider. But today, like I said, we're going to Winslow, Arizona. At the Mother Road store, Harley-Davidson, they gave me a sticker. And I gave out some of my stickers. There's a bunch of gentlemen there having coffee. they wanted me to sit and chat a while, and I was like, oh, I'm really kind of burning daylight here, so I can't, but thank you. And then there was a guy there selling candy bars, and he started this big spiel, and I'm like, I'm nobody here. I'm just getting some service done on my bike. Comes up to me later, and he goes, well, I'm sorry. I thought you had some authority to do things around here, so I was approaching you about yada, yada, yada. And I was like, yeah, that wouldn't be me. Oh. So I gave him a sticker for my channel and moved on. Yep. And there's been no real problems with the bike. Yeah, it's running like a top. Still cranky when you first fire it up, but it's always been that way. There are so many old rat rod type cars out here. I love it. And these lights take forever to turn. It's like they don't see a motorcycle either, so I sat this morning and waited for a car to come up behind me before a light turned. And when you're not in your own town, it's always dangerous to run a light, in my opinion anyway. Yeah, the road from Golden Valley to get to Kingman, I don't know exactly what the road was. I'll see if I can figure it out later. It was like just 2-lane blacktop, crappy road surface, but as long as you were careful about where you were putting your tire, it's a pretty decent road. Yeah. So let's see, what else do we want to talk about? Forgotten Angels is this weekend, the one coming up. I'm not going to be at that. I will miss them all. I love them dearly. After Winslow, Arizona tonight, I am going to be putting my feet eastward and just trying to hook it up so that I can get to Rainey's house and get an oil change in. They also said that if I called one day ahead, they could get me back in here in Kingman for an oil change if I find myself needing one on the way home. So that was pretty cool. I'm going to try and arrange for an oil change when I get to South Haven. As soon as I know a little bit more, I should be able to predict tonight how long it's going to take me to get to South Haven. That's in Mississippi, because I do need to get an oil change. The one thing about some of these towns, some of these little towns, is that they all look so worn out, like time has passed them by. I don't know. I added in a little stop called Golden Peach, just because, or Peach Spring, excuse me, just because I needed to drop in a via point just to make sure that Google didn't try to route me onto 40. Because even on 40, the road surface is not ideal. And I kind of feel like if I'm going this way, it'll be better. I do need to find some place to grab some food. I'm gonna be hungry. I had yogurt, but it was a lot earlier. I have my daughter's supplied snacks in my tank bag, or my windshield bag. So there's that. Yep. I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? I don't know. One of the things that I do when I'm writing is, I just think my long thoughts, and I think, writing is a good time for reflection, in my opinion. Ooh. It's pretty tickety out here today. That's the second one I've seen this morning. I'm only about 15 minutes into this. So, good to know, huh? Good to know. Lord, you guys are just going to have to put up with the wind noise because it is too hot to run with that closed. I've also got my plug-in jacket on underneath this one just in case it was cold out, but yeah, that might have been a bad call. Seems like I'm either griping about being too cold or too hot. Never just right. Oh well. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to hang out with me today. And if you'd hit that subscribe if you haven't done so yet, I'd appreciate that. You can leave me a thumbs up. And if you hit that bell, you get notified every time I put out new content, which lately has been Mondays. I try for Thursdays, but I'm trying to get my viewership up. As soon as I get to 500, that'll be the magic YouTube mark where they try to push me out a little bit more into the YouTube lands, which would be nice, in my opinion anyway. I know, right? Hi! Big trucks behind me always make me nervous. Not nearly as many semis out this way as there was on 40 though, so that's nice. So, let's see. Not quite sure why he pulled over for me. Oh, he was turning. But yeah, back to the subject of Route 66. I mean, the guy that I watch called Through My Lens, he does road trips with his dad, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, and poof, just like that. It's really hot out. I'm pretty glad to find this little outpost in the middle of nowhere because my gas tank was sucking pretty dry. But yeah, they're leaning pretty heavy on the alien thing here too. Don't know exactly where we are. I'll scope that out later. But their gas was $5.99 a gallon. So yeah, California gas tax is no joke, people. Anyway, I think I've got, well, I don't know how much longer. I think a couple hours till I get to my next stop. Sorry. Boy, I still look a mess. And just like that, hope you enjoyed Kingman, Arizona and traveling thereof. See you next time. Winslow.